Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Everyday Black History. Now, today on Everyday Black History, we're going to be highlighting a woman by the name of Donna Auguste. And Donna Auguste is an African American businesswoman, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. She was the founder and CEO of Freshwater Software from 96 to 2001. And before she started her own company, she was also the senior engineering manager at Apple Computer, and she helped to coordinate in the development of the Newton PDA, which was a personal digital assistant device that was popular in the late 90s and the early 2000s. In 2001, she sold her software company to a bigger company for 147 million. In just a few years, she was able to start and build this company to where she was able to sell it for that much money. And in that same year, in 2001, she was recognized as one of the 25 women who are making it big in small business on Fortune magazine, and she also won a 2001 Golden Torch Award for Outstanding Women in Technology. But before we, talk a little more about that, let's get into a little background information on her, as we do with everyone who we highlight here on Everyday Black History. Now, she was born in Texas, but was raised in Louisiana and then Berkeley, California. She and her four sisters were raised by their mother, and at an early age, Donna loved to tinker with things, taking things apart, seeing what the insides look like, whether it was taking apart doorbells to disassembling toasters and other electrical appliances. So her interest in engineering was sparked at a young age. After she graduated from high school, she enrolled in the electrical engineering and computer science programs at the University of California, Berkeley, where she overcame many obstacles to earn her Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. No doubt it was hard for her since there's not a lot of women in the STEM field now. So imagine when she was doing it back then, how hard it might have been, people discouraging her to continue in this field. She had to fight and persevere to get that degree and to accomplish what she's accomplished. But she did her graduate study in computer science at Carnegie Mellon University, where she earned her Master's of Science degree in 1983. Now, while going for her master's at Carnegie Mellon University, she conducted research in applied science and in artificial intelligence. And she interned at Xerox Corporation's Palo Alto Research Center, where she met the future founders of Intellicorp. And she was hired by them as a software engineer in 1986 to work on technology products that incorporated artificial intelligence. And after spending 4 years there, she took a break from work for 2 months so that she can bike through Japan's countryside. And that time was essential for her because it helped to kind of refresh her. Because when she came back, she was hired by Apple Computer, and there she served as the lead software engineer manager for many of their projects, including the Newton PDA development project, which we talked about earlier. While there, she was well liked and won praises from her superiors for her managerial skills, as well as her technical contributions to her work on the projects that she worked on. In 1996, she relocated to Colorado, where she joined United States West Advanced Technologies, where she was their Senior Director of Multimedia Systems Engineering and Development. And while working on interactive television, she began to see how the potential for the internet. When she was working on interactive television's applications for a fiber optic broadband network, she got to see how the internet was the future. And that's when she decided to launch her own company. Freshwater Software Incorporated was the company, and it was a provider of software solutions for maintaining and monitoring business-critical web applications. It grew rapidly from a tiny startup into a nationally recognized multi-million-dollar software provider, which boasted companies such as IBM, Microsoft, and Merrill Lynch as clients, just to name a few. She sold Freshwater Software to Mercury Interactive Corp for $147 million in 2001. Now get this. She started this company in 1996, and in just 5 years, she was able to build the company up to what it became and sell it for $147 million. That's a lot of money any way you slice it, but imagine 2001 money. That money was worth, and if you compare it to now, it's a very, very pretty penny. So she was able to accomplish that in such a short period of time, seeing the advancement of the internet. She was able to see that ahead of time. Now, after she sold her company, she founded the Leave a Little Room Foundation, which is a philanthropic organization that helps provide housing, electricity, and vaccinations to poor and underprivileged communities around the world. So Donna Auguste, she's still here, and she still has a lot more to accomplish. So who knows how many more things she'll be able to accomplish in her lifetime. But Donna Auguste, we thank you for your contribution to Black history and Black culture, and we salute you for it, and we look forward to many other things that you may or will accomplish in the rest of your life. So that concludes this episode of Everyday Black History. As we mentioned every day, please continue to support us. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. Please continue to support the YouTube channel. We have a podcast, all Everyday Black History. So if you type in Everyday Black History, you're going to find us. So please continue to support and stay tuned for the next episode.